Today's tech tip focuses on the tool of an exit slip, specifically using Google Classroom, though there's many other sources out there that you can use, including pen and pencil, to create an exit slip. Exit slips help us as teachers to backwards plan. If we know what standards we're searching for or we're teaching for that day, then we can design our exit slip first and then plan our lesson. It gives us as teachers immediate data on student learning. It helps us catch misconceptions right away, allows students to see daily success, and finally, because it's a formative assessment, it is low stakes for students. From there, we can celebrate the success of our scholars and help give them a plan to get better when they're not quite there yet. The two tools I'm going to highlight today are the question feature in Google Classroom and then the quiz assignment using Google Forms, again in Google Classroom. So let's go to Google Classroom. I'm in Google Classroom. I'm going to my sample classroom here. I'm going to go to the classwork page. And under Create, I can create a question. I can ask students to summarize a process that they've learned that day. I can assign it to all my students, and because it's one single question, I can make it short answer or multiple choice. If it's short answer, I can have students reply to each other, but for my formative assessment purposes, I want them to be able to write what it is they think without worrying about other students see it, so I'm going to turn that off. They could go back and edit the answer, and I always give things a due date so that it shows up in the students' to-do list. And then I ask the question. So before students leave class that day, they're going to go in, they're going to summarize a process we've learned, they're going to click turn in right in that, and they're done for the day, and they're out of there. I could create a quiz assignment. Actually, let me back up. The other type of question I could create, there we go, is the multiple choice one. And what I really like about the multiple choice questions, once I give it a due date here, I can put in a sample question. Then if I scroll down, I can immediately give the choices. Maybe it's a math question and maybe their answers are 1, 2, and 3. And then I can have students see the class summary. So instantly, once they've answered it, I can look at this question and I can post this up and we'll see a bar graph of their answers, which gives me a super quick view of how students are doing, what they know. It allows us to have discussion in class. It's low stakes. There's no names. Of those examples, use the question feature in Google Classroom. If you want to ask more than one multiple choice question as a formative assessment or one short answer question, you could use the quiz assignment, which then creates a Google form for you. So in Google Classroom, I am in the Create in the classwork, and I just say quiz assignment. And it'll instantly give you your assignment. It gives you a blank form. You click on it, and you can go into that Google form and create your questions. You can turn it into a quiz so that it'll self-score, and then students can submit that on their way out, and you'll have the data to use in your planning for the next day. So, quick formative assessment, you'll have the data right away, and you can use it to help move students forward. Have a great Tuesday.